I'm in the spot that I am, it's a blessing, So I'm going to just go there, with my head down, ready to work. I'm going to do whatever they ask me to do. So, yeah.
Your thoughts about playing for a defensive guy like Marvin Lewis, who's been a part of a Super Bowl champion?
It's a great defense and great scheme. I can't wait to be a part of it.
When you looked on tape, how did you feel like you fit within that scheme, 4-3?
I feel well in there, especially at the wheel. That's kind of like the spot I play here at TCU. We had a 4-2-5, and they run the 4-3. Our other linebacker is like our strong safety. So it's pretty similar similar schemes. So I should fit pretty well in it.
What point in your football career, maybe some point in high school or sometime during your time here at TCU, did you start to realize this was a possibility?
I always believed in myself, I always stayed confident and positive. So that was just the mindset that I had going through my high school years in JUCO. Even here at TCU, I always stayed positive. So that's been a great deal for me.
Paul, when you openly spoke about testing positive for the Adderall and the tardiness do you feel like that maybe hindered you from getting drafted higher?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure they took that in consideration. I guess they didn't know if they was going to be able to trust me or not. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure they took that into consideration. They thought about that. So, yeah.
What do you say to the Bengals, to any organization that's maybe thinking about drafting you, but specifically now to the Bengals, to kind of reassure them that you're going to be kind of on the straight and narrow, so to speak?
I really can't say anything. I just got to prove it to everybody, I just got to prove it by my actions. So that's what I plan to do.
What was it like sitting during the draft knowing that that might have been used against you?
I was just ready for that call, I thought it was going to be earlier, but, it is what it is. So I'm just ready to go in and work.
Are you frustrated?
A little bit, from all the teams passing on me, I was expected to go early second. And when that didn't happen, I was just like, man, what's really going on? But I was just waiting on that call, and it happened. So I'm thankful.
Andy Dalton is with the Bengals, and I know he sent you a text. How's he going to be able to help you, guide you through this process of this?
Oh, Andy Dalton's a great guy. He has a lot of experience. I don't know how long he's been in the league, but he'll be able to help me by just guiding me and showing me how everything works. Just giving me some tips, on how to be a pro, how to be professional. Just helping me with all the little things. So. Yeah.
You hear from guys in your type of position where they get passed over a couple times in the draft, kind of have the mindset of, well, I'm going to prove those other 31 teams wrong. Do you have that kind of mentality, or how do you approach that?
Well, it's kind of upsetting, but I'm going to go in with the same mindset that I would have went in if I was a first-round pick, ready to go in and work and being the best player that Paul Dawson can possibly be.
Who's the next frog, in your opinion, to get drafted into the NFL?
Excuse me?
The next frog you think here, guy that's playing here, that you think is going to be able to get drafted in the NFL next
The
year?
next frog. There's a lot of great players on TCU teams, so it's kind of hard to say. The offense got a lot of guys coming out, There's a lot of juniors that came back that are going to be seniors next year. So they should have a pretty good year, and I hope they do well. So it's a lot of great guys. But if I would say, I'll say Trayvon Boykin, the quarterback. He has a great opportunity.
Now that you're free from Gary, Coach Patterson, did you guys get jobbed in the college football playoff?
Did we do it?
Did you get jobbed not being in the college football playoff?
We got jobbed the day it happened, But we went out with the same mindset that we would have went in if we would have entered the playoffs, to be whoever we play, and we went out and did that.
You played wide receiver in high school. We talked with your high school coach. He said you played wide receiver like a linebacker.
I did.
What do you think? What do you think of your high school career and the way you played back then, and how that translates to the player you are now?
At receiver, I was kind of that big guy. I was like 200 my senior year. I was kind of big and stocky, and I just played with that aggressiveness. I was blocking, I was pancaking people, I was running DBs over. I wasn't trying to shake them. I could shake. I got the moves to do it now. But I just mixed it up a little bit. I was shaking and run them over. I just played with that aggressiveness. So,
do you have one particular memory from that stretch from playing wide receiver that kind of sticks out?
There's a lot of great memories. I know in practice, a lot of corners hated me, because they didn't like going up against me. I was a pretty big guy, so it was a pretty tough task for them. But as far as the memories, I just remember scoring touchdowns. That's all I can remember right now.
How good can this TCU team be next year?
TCU. They were going to be awesome. They were going to be great. We lost a lot of guys on defense, but Coach P has a great scheme. You know, he does a great job with growing people up and teaching them the defensive scheme. So I think they should be pretty good next year.
Big 12 says they may want to do a championship game. At least they're going to try to
Finally.
maybe in the future.
Finally.
You think that needs to happen, it sounds like?
Of course, man. Of course, man. I wish they would have had it last year, and that way it wouldn't have been a controversy with who gets in the playoffs and who doesn't. You know, I feel like we deserved to be in the playoffs last year, and I feel like we would have beat Baylor in the championship. But like I said, it is what it is. You know, I'm moving on to my future, and hopefully TCU has a great year next year where they can enter the playoffs.
Paul, speaking of moving on, how much do you think your time here on and off the field will help you transition into being a pro?
Well, my senior year, I started being a professional. Just practicing, just being early to be on time. You know, that was the only issue I had. So I did everything I needed to do, and I plan on continuing to do that.